So this David and Celeste story seems to have more twists and turns than a season of Law and Order. Every day it's something new, and as this rabbit hole gets deeper, we still don't have an arrest. But trust me when I say this, the feds have more than likely stepped in and they're building what they believe is a rock-solid case. Now let's get into what this story is filled with. We've got the obvious chomo allegations, possible homicide, and I say possible because some are thinking that this could be an overdose case. The reason? There's no obvious signs of unaliving, no bullet wounds, no stab wounds, and no blunt force trauma, but that's just the beginning. This isn't just one tragic incident. If there's evidence of a larger pattern of trafficking or exploitation, that opens the door for federal RICO charges, and we've all seen that play out before, and when the feds get involved, they do not play. Now, speaking on the charges that investigators might be looking at, let's take a step back and talk about Celeste's home life. Y'all remember we spoke about TMZ reporting that police were digging into possible trouble in Celeste's home. They claim that's what caused her to run away multiple times. February, March, April, and May of last year. Well, some online users did their digging and found Celeste's mother's Facebook page. Her name is Mercedes Martinez, so of course I went to look myself, and here's the thing that stood out to me the most. While Celeste was missing, Mercedes was posting on Facebook damn near every day. But the problem? Most of those posts had absolutely nothing to do with her missing daughter. No please help me find Celeste, no constant updates, no desperate cries the way you'd expect a mother whose child has gone missing would do. Instead, it was regular day-to-day posts and shares like nothing was going on. So as you recall, she first went missing February 14th, 2024. Her mother did repost this on the 18th. Below that post, she says, "First God, my daughter appears soon, and may God protect her and slave my anguish I have for my daughter." So I open up the messages underneath that. Someone says, "Amen, sister." The next person says, "Because you don't pay attention to the messages you receive." So when I open up the WhatsApp message underneath that, I had to get it translated because I don't speak any Espanol. It says, "Good evening, Mrs. Mercedes. I'm letting you know a few hours ago a plane arrived at the International Airport of Culiacan, Sinaloa, coming from McClellan Palomar Airport with a group of young people. The young girls are being brought for human trafficking. Among the group is a young woman named Celeste Rivas. She says she is your daughter." Crickets. The mother is still posting like nothing ever happened. Well, Celeste obviously comes back home, and then she goes missing again the next month on March 18th, and her mother reposts this post on March 28th, 2024. So this particular disappearance is when the man that owned the liquor store right up the street from Celeste saw someone that looked like her walk past his camera view and got into a car.
When I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again.
So Celeste goes missing again, this time April 5th, 2024. So I start the end of May and I start going through the mom's post again. She's posting. Everything but Celeste. I saw there was one post of Celeste, April 25th, 2024. But apparently this wasn't the last time. The last time Celeste went missing was May 4th, 2024. So now it seems like 4 times she ran away in the same year. Her brother said that she and David went out to the movies and she never returned. Again, this is May 4th. Remember that date. We'll talk about it later in this video. This teen who has gone missing 3 times, once in February, March, and April, where the police had to pick her up from the Hollywood Hills and bring her back to Lake Elsinore, was permitted to go to the movies with this man who's driving, now leaving her to run away for a 4th time, and this time she never returned. And it seems like because she kept running away, they just kept using the same posters. The mother posted this on June 9th, 2024, but the only people that seemed to get whipped was the people that gave to that GoFundMe, because what's really going on? So as we question what's going on, the Daily Mail has obtained footage from David's previous home. As you recall, he and his manager Josh are currently moving out. Josh and the owner of the home agreed to break the $20,000 a month lease, but get this, there were masked individuals outside of the home guarding it, making sure that nobody laid a finger on his belongings. Now, the Daily Mail is stating that they're unclear if those guards were from the moving company or a third party. I'm thinking the latter. You would think David was some kind of kingpin the way they over here moving. So Rivas's family claims to have seen her on May 4th, 2024. Her brother Matthew Rivas said she left home to go see a movie with Burke and never came back. However, this video has been circulating online showing Celeste at an alleged family cookout on allegedly June 2nd, 2024. If this is true, it seems like Celeste left and came back quite often. Two sources close to the Rivas alleged to the Daily Mail that Burke was in an underage relationship with her, with one claiming he first made contact with Rivas on social media sites such as the gaming platform Twitch when she was only 11 or 12 years old. Now, you remember David posting meeting a Hello Kitty girl in 2021. Her birthday is in September, so depending on what time of year they met, she could have still been possibly 10. And then we have the alleged discord from David and Celeste where she says, "My parents are so effing annoying. They won't let me see you perform." And he says, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." That date being August 28th, she was definitely 11. Matthew Rivas told local media his family was aware of the alleged relationship. He claimed Burke would regularly pick his younger sister up in the same Tesla in which she'd later be found dead. Rivas ran away on at least 3 different occasions in early 2024 before vanishing for good that May. One of Daily Mail sources said Rivas kept in contact with friends via text and phone calls for more than a year after she was reported missing, but all contact abruptly stopped sometime in late July or early August. However, her brother was saying like mid-August for him. This precious girl was failed by so many people. But let's continue. So according to TMZ, friends who partied with and knew singer David were under the impression Celeste Rivas was his girlfriend and were shocked when news came out that Celeste was only 14 years old. Sources who party in the LA music scene tell TMZ they saw David and Celeste at parties and hangouts, and it appeared to them that they were a couple. Some of them were under the impression that Celeste was a student at USC, and the friends believed Celeste was around 19 years old and she presented herself as such. They also claimed that they thought she was over 18 because she would often hang out at places that had age restrictions. David's contemporaries who were often at the parties and hangouts were shocked there was any remote connection between David and Celeste's unaliving because his demeanor was always super shy, soft-spoken, and gentle. Now, according to the publication The Sun, an immediate neighbor has now claimed in a chat with the U.S. Sun that he saw the singer and Celeste all the time and believed they lived together at the home. The resident, who wishes not to be named, said he returned to Los Angeles from a trip this week and was stunned to learn the news. "I just got here like yesterday," he said on Wednesday. "They were pretty quiet. I never saw police there and didn't hear them partying or anything. Nothing wow. I was shocked to find out what happened. I didn't know he was a singer, but I knew he had a Tesla as it was always parked outside. He was with this girl regularly, all the time," he said, recognizing Rivas from the photo. "I just saw them a couple of months ago. I'm not sure, but I thought they were just kids, like a couple age 18 to 19. I had no idea. It's crazy. I'd be in my car, we'd acknowledge each other, say hi. That was about it when they were heading to the store or wherever. I did ask him about his Tesla as his car was hit and he never fixed it. He didn't really say what happened." Now here's the Tesla here on the day that it was towed, and there are some dents and dings all around it. But let's continue. Now, the neighbor claimed that although the singer was polite, he preferred not to make small talk with those living nearby. "Anytime I tried to talk to them, they weren't very engaging. They kept to themselves. Friends told me they found a girl in the car, but I didn't realize it was her at first. I haven't spoken to the police, but my friend who owns the home has." So David's Tesla was ticketed first on August 27th. They came out and said that there had been no movement for 72 hours, and then it was cited again on September 3rd. The car didn't get towed until September 6th, and on September 8th is when the police were called to the tow yard because of flies, stench, just a crazy odor. Now, the company that towed the car mentioned the dent on the rear. They mentioned the condition of the tires, but they said nothing about a smell. Now, I'm hearing that some neighbors said they smelled something, but they thought it was like a dead animal somewhere. But by the time the car reached the tow yard at day number 2, there were flies, there was a stench. Things were just unbearable and they had to call the police.
It's an ongoing investigation. We have a lot of resources dedicated to bringing it to a conclusion.
There are discussions that they might have had a relationship. Would you investigate that relationship as a possibility? Because it could be illegal to have a relationship with somebody that age.
Yeah, certainly whenever you investigate a homicide, the detectives look at all of the associated issues as well. In this case, that's something that they would be looking at.
Now that Celeste's remains are back with the family, her funeral is set for October 4th. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on in this case? Leave a comment and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching, but before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of our new episodes.